And they didn't have the music playing. There we go. Alright. Sorry for the slightly late start. About 10 minutes. Let me just get a second to mess with the camera while everything's going on. Or while I, finish my saying hello and everything. Hello! Ooh. Sorry. I'm a little late. I just needed to finish my dinner. And then I also needed to make coffee. And I didn't have too much setup. It was just all the setup had to happen real quick. So let me just get a second to move things around. Turn up the exposure. Fine tune the brightness. Boost up that saturation because I look like I'm in black and white. There we go. Contrast. Add a little bit more contrast. Ooh. My hair's poofy right now. Oh yeah, and let's fix the white balance. Way too orange. Just like that. Why is my hair so poofy right now? There we go. Yep, my chair is locked. I think we're all set up. Alright, so this is the most recent. Wow, alright, getting started on a good foot. Sorry, let me open up Twitch so I can watch myself on that end too. But yeah, this is the new setup as far as the audio goes. I've been tweaking it. I think this one might be very good. Although, obviously, I won't know until we're all done. Hang on just a second. Just taking a peek at things. Okay. Hold on, how do I look on camera? It's the most important part. Turn a little bit to the right, a little bit more here, a little bit higher. Nope, too high. Right there. Did all the exposure just like destroy itself? What just happened? Oh, I need to be like closer to the light. Okay, that works. But yeah, this is what I'm hoping for the audio settings to be. You should be able to just like hear it a little softer than my voice. The only reason why it was so low for the past, like, I don't know, month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. I think the last time I changed my audio settings was all the way back during transfer pending, which was like the Hitman drawing that I did. And that was like 2 whole drawings ago. And then each one takes about 2 to 3 months to finish. Specifically doing it like, 1 2 to 3 hour session a week. And then occasionally missing a few weeks. So, yeah, it's been, let's just say, almost the entire year. Has been without good audio. Or specifically, my audio was fine. Like, you could hear me screaming. I think I have, like, a boost on my audio of, like, it was at, like, plus 15 or plus 10. It started to finally occur to me after like this 6th video that I posted whenever I could hear myself, that I realized that like the sound of my voice was so loud that I had to always listen to stuff at like 80% volume, while normally everything I listen to at max volume and have no problems with. So turn that down to maybe now we're at like a plus 4 audio. So like my mic still gets boosted because obviously I want people to be able to hear me, and I do have a bad habit of talking under my breath a little bit, between like clips, or between like bigger dialogue. Let me just check on compressor gain. Yeah, the gain's at a 5. Used to be at like a 10, 15. Now we're at a 5. Feels a lot more fair. Yeah, let me get a little closer. But yeah, Oh yeah, then I had to bring back up the music audio. The music audio I just had to like slowly bring up and up and up and up. Hang on. Sorry, 1 second. Just trying to get the lighting right so it doesn't like completely screw up the camera. But I might just have to fix the camera because I can't get it any better. How does that look without the... Makes my room look a little bit too warm, so let's bring it down just a little bit. There we go, just a slight little tweak. All right. The song's really nice. It's just a little chaotic noise-wise, like it's a very coarse sound. It's buzzing though. All right, that's enough of the setup. We can finally actually get started. So, what we were doing is finishing up the final line art. Basically, I just need to finish the hands up front, and then we can go ahead and move on to the flats. We could probably do a little bit more work with the hair as well. I think it's mostly there. Where's my freaking thing? Is my pen already dead? Like, what? I just got it off the charger. Hang on 1 second. You're a little bit closer to me than I need you to be. My dad's trying to get my dog's attention and it's really loud. Oh my god, get it in the port. What is happening? Thank you. Alright, now we should be good. Although this wire is very annoying. Ooh. One day we'll upgrade. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to sit for the camera. Let me turn out the zoom just a little bit, then I think we're there. It's right there. That way I can move in and out and I won't be like clipping through anything. Alright. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna be working on the face. What is happening? Oh, it's because the tablet was plugged in. Okay. Let me plug this up then. I wanted to charge it up a little bit because I think I forgot to over the week. But now we should be good. Unless it's like charged directly into the computer, it just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. What the? There's got to be some kind of filter going on. There we go. This doesn't have to be exact. I'm just trying to fill this in for the preview because I noticed some spots have nothing going on. Why am I perfectly trimming it? I don't even need this to be clean. I'm already getting way too distracted. This is literally something like I'm not even gonna be keeping yet. There we go. Oh, I think I remember what I was thinking about now. So I think whenever I was looking at the last video, as far as like the stream, I noticed that something was off about the face and like the look of the character that I wasn't into. I think one of the things is the hair isn't exactly how I want it to be. So I'm gonna see if I can take a look at some of the earlier iterations, make sure I get it like just where I'm happy. Oh. Hang on 1 second. The blanket I keep on my chair is like bunched up behind me. There we go. Whoa. So let's see. This is the earlier iteration. Let me take off the newer line art. Here we go. Nope, that's not what I want. This one. So this is how it was before as far as the hair. I think the only real difference as far as these two are concerned. Hold on. My dog threw up. And my brother got a balaclava, but that's not important. We're mainly worried about the vomit right now. Let's move this up. There we go. Close these. There you go. So now we can compare them a little easier. Just lock it full screen. So as far as the hair, I think maybe the smile is a little too strong, like it's a little bit too straight. I do like the, you know, like downwards curve of the mustache and just like a little bit of it coming up at the ends to kind of hint at the smile. Although it doesn't really look like he's smiling. So this one's much more clearly like a smiling face. This one less so. And I think the smile is really important to like the kind of like haunting nature of it, because you don't, it's almost weirder when someone's like smiling at you in a parking lot, because then it's like, what is he like smiling at, you know, like what is he laughing at? If they're just like neutral face, you know, like RBF, you know, kind of mean looking, then, you know, that's kind of normal. Most people just have like a very like, you know, they don't really care what's going on kind of face about them whenever they're not really talking to anybody or in a mood to talk to anybody. But when you're smiling, something's off, you know, like you're in, you know, something, you're about to do something, you're thinking about something that might be weird. So I think I prefer, we're gonna keep the smile over here. Maybe make the ends of the mustache a little thinner. That way we get like more of a spikier look. Do I have the reference? Is that how it is up here? Oh no, it's more of a bushy look. How does that look compare? It's more of a plump thing. And I might make the nose a little bigger because he has a very like long, thin nose. And I think because we're looking at his face a little from below, so you know, like his face is like lifted up like this a bit. Am I on camera? I am not on camera. What is happening? There you go. So because like he's like looking at us like this, like, you know, you're gonna get a lot bigger of a chin and everything else shrinks a little bit. But I think even then still we can push the nose down a little further. We can push like the entire face down a little further. So we're gonna try to do that. So face down a little further. Mustache a little... No, I don't think we need to change the mustache. I think it really is just the nose. I think before I get too distracted, let's just try making the nose a little longer. How big is the forehead? Yeah, he's got like a really short forehead too. His hair is also a lot more like thicker up top. And I think I might make it a little bit more plump up top, but I'll see. I'll try playing around with the silhouette for a bit. I'm gonna turn off all the colors just so we can like focus on getting the figure well. Hang on, just let me look at it a little longer. Nose. How big are his shoulders? They're kind of rounded like this, like here. You can see he's doing like the pose that basically we're doing now. Although him shaking the hand was a little weird. Like I didn't really think about what I was doing whenever I made this like quick little sketch. Okay. So I'm wondering, what if we just, you know, what if we just first turn that off. I'm gonna trim out just like a very specific section and see how that goes. Select deselect so I don't have to see the little ants, whatever that thing is called. There's a word for it. Whenever there's like a selection, it's like those flashing moving ants. And let's just move it down. the pure alpha male. Well, I'm gonna make a copy of this. I'm gonna also make a copy of that. Turn it off. I'm gonna erase this. We have created the ultimate being. Fear him, mortals. I'm gonna merge that. Bam. All right, now we got it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna send this to my friends real quick. Hang on, actually, let me do like the full thing. Bip bop. All right, let's start again. Screenshot. Bop. Make a little snip. Control C. Post it to my Discord. Bop. Okay. All right, that's enough. And that's enough of this. Bop, bop. Turn that off. We're just gonna keep that as like a side thing. Make it pink, purple, so I know it's like a meta layer, just for fun. I don't like the way it's looking at me. All right, now really, what we're gonna do. So, default position's obviously here, and the goal is to make it longer. So all we gotta do is just lower it. Here's the default. Make it just a little bit longer. Almost like you can blend in. This is too long. This is like horse face. Just a little bit more prominent. Ooh, that feels perfect. That feels right and on the money. I almost want to move the eyebrows higher too, or the eyes higher. I might. I'm gonna just go ahead and merge this part. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's keep it separate just in case I gotta move stuff around later. So this one might not be as clean, but let's just go ahead and cut the eyes out. Yeah, I'll go ahead and cut this out too. I'll just cut out everything except for the like section we didn't move. We already moved. I meant, Jesus, what's wrong with me? I'm just gonna keep the hair with it. We can always fix the hair later. Where's my mouse? Oh, it won't let me move my mouse. There we go. I'm gonna turn this off so we can move this a little bit more specifically. We can fix the red part later. Now we're getting freaky. This is what I mean by always being flexible. So I actually don't like this. I think I'm gonna change the cut the eyebrows along with it. I think that they have to like all stick together, or else it starts to look really weird. And then, like I said, we're gonna just fix the hair later. What the? I just realized what I was doing. I was going back and forth doing the exact same thing over and over again. Alright. So I'm gonna group these together. That way I can just move them together at the same time. Bop. Nope, nope. Select, deselect. No. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Select, deselect. Now we can move all this in one piece. So to get it close to the image, the eyes would be like up here. And just to see, what if we move the mouth width so it can stay a little bit more even? So this is about where it started, right here. So we just move the eyes up. It looks a little wonky, which is good because that's exactly what his character is supposed to look like. He is like a little, something's supposed to be off about his face that you can tell, like, so this isn't, you know, like something happened here. Or some, you know, this person might not be 100% human. Sorry, I'm at the bottom of this coffee and it's like got all the nasty weird chunks. I'm like using my tongue as a strainer. Okay. Yeah, now it's just getting all solids in there. I don't know what it is. I don't want to think about it too hard. Okay. So what if I just duplicate these? Just to like bookmark where this is. Or actually, let's Control C, Control C, Control C. Okay. I'm gonna make a group in a group in a group. So same face, just tweak slightly. So one has the mouth where it's supposed to, the mouth doesn't move, but the eyes go higher. The other one has the mouth going lower, than the eyes staying the same. So just, you know, very simple. It's a little hard to compare the two. What if we just... select deselect. I'm just gonna do this by hand, fill this in by hand. By mouse, I mean. There we go. This makes it easier to switch through. So now, bip. Let's see from further away. Kind of like the placement of the eyes. So like I do like the smaller forehead on this character. Just seeing the preview of this layer where it's just his floating face is really freaky. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. Can you guys see that? No, I don't think so. Then it's not important. Oh, I don't think I made a copy of the original. That's not good. That's the original. There we go. Fixed it. I mean, technically, I could just, like, take one piece from each to find the original. So... this is stupid. What am I doing? This is the original eyes, so we keep the eyes of this one. Then we take the mouth from this one. Then we keep the block in there too. So this is the original. There we go. We can keep that. Gonna have to make the block a little better. Oop. Oop. Yeah, that's the original. So that we could really compare everything. Okay, so mouth a little lower. Okay, this is, come on, please, just work with me. Okay. Just moving the mouth. Yeah, I think I absolutely like the adding more distance between the eyes and the mouth, just making it a longer face. Because he's supposed to have a very long face. Oh. Sorry. Oh, that stretch was good. Nope, wrong one. But then compared to this. That's close enough. All right, compared to 2. What is happening? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, 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 not you. Huh? What's happening now? How did that happen? Okay, that was annoying. All right, so let's see. Maybe it's just how high the mouth is. Or how how high I made the eyes. I think the eyes go way higher. Hang on, this is the wrong one. I'm on the wrong layer. What if you just move the eyes just down a little? I think that's way better already. We get the longer face, but it's not like obscenely long. This might be the one. Hold on. Let me turn on the original. Yeah, I think I need to like position the nose a little stronger, make it more of a hook, and then we're there. Oh, actually, I think we need to lift the eyes a little higher, and I think we gotta go back. I have too many references. I need to delete some of these. Let me just go and do that now. Delete. I'm gonna delete that one, and we keep that one. What is this? Oh, this was the other guys. The one viewer's request. This I don't know either. Sorry, I completely lost my track. Lost track of what I was doing. We might be able to move the mouth a little higher on this one, because I think the eyes being that high is perfect. I think the nose is just like just a slight bit too long. Try to get like a good like mix of both of these. Because it should be like down here, just to like even it out with the rest of the face. I think maybe like right there, just stretch it out a little bit longer. How does it look flipped? Oh, his eyes are, oh well, I mean that's not even really part of the eyes. Yeah, they're about equal. It's not super even because it's at an angle, but yeah, his head's definitely pointing in one direction. That's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Wait, can I move the eyes a little bit more to the right? Why am I saying can I? I know I can. It's like hard locking itself. I don't know why it's doing that. Where it like clicks really hard to the right. Just lining everything up there. I think this might be the one. Okay, and then we can compare it to the original. Yeah, just stretched out the face a little bit more. Everything moved a little higher, but also got like a little bit more distance between everything. I think we can just maybe, like I said, make the nose a little bit more hookier, and then the Maybe we can like trim down the chin just a touch. Because it's supposed to be large because of he's leading in with the chin. But it's a little strong, too strong. Just a second. Sorry. I got like a decently important text I needed to respond to. Especially not for like the full 3-hour stream. That might happen. Wait. Alright. So, I think I'm happy with the face. The eyes I'll probably never be perfectly happy with. You know what? These eyes aren't like exact. I'm probably gonna like change them later, but they're kind of bothering me. So where are they looking? They're like off to the side. Should it be off to the side? He's looking straight at the camera, right? Hold on, wait. Yeah, he should be looking like straight at the camera, so let me just push the pupils into the right direction. And also fill this out if I can. Oh, too much. There we go. I think that's the one. I'm also going to try to sharpen them back up because using the move brush blurs everything. Perfect. I think maybe it's still a little off, but it's good enough. I don't expect perfection. But I'm gonna keep tweaking it anyways because I can never listen to myself. that wasn't the right move. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave it there. That's as even as I can make it. Ooh. Pupils are hard. That's the real trick to making like a good drawing. Just trying to get everything to like line up correctly, because they can't be just like directly in the middle. They have to like slightly be towards each other, but not too much towards each other. And depending how close the object is, you know, pupils are hard. Is my point. So let's go ahead and change the face out. So I think we can delete this one, because that's the one that has the face, the mouth going lower. This is the one we are going to keep. What is this? It's outside the group for some reason. Oh, I see. This is like the eye group. I'm going to take this out. I'm just going to delete the group entirely, but let me do that first. All right. So we can go ahead and merge all this together. Delete this too. So now all this is one layer. Down one. Nope. Down one more. Oh, it's in a group. Out. Delete. Merge with layer below. There we go. All one layer. Then we can keep this just for posterity, just because I want to keep like the original. What it originally started out as. I think you should also move his pupils down low. I know I keep tweaking his eyeballs and it's not super important, but like I'm noticing his pupil. The difference between the old one is that the eyes were like looking up at you or looking down at you, because you know, chin up, he has to look down. But for some reason I have his eyes going up too, so chin up, eyes up, so he's just like looking off into space or looking above you. So it just needs to be tweaked. Let's see if I can do it without ruining everything. It's a tall order, but I'll try it. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is just little fun. Okay, let's turn that back, because now I can actually even see where his eyes are. They're supposed to be like really close shades, but now they're so close that I can't even tell where they're tracking. He's like staring directly through his own hair. There you go. I think we're good there. So now I just need to like fix the hair. No, I know exactly what color this is. I don't need to eyedrop it. Grab the pencil. So we just need to connect these strands together. This one's gonna be easy because I think it still follows the same path. Nope. I need to start sipping my coffee before I start falling asleep. But I can't help myself. And this is literally like hour 4 of being awake. I just have such a bad sleep schedule. I was literally in bed for like an hour and a half before I finally decided to go to bed. I was just watching Instagram videos, and then like, because I looked at my Instagram reels, and immediately like the first thing that pops up was like so insanely funny that like I had to send it to my brothers. I like immediately was reading all the comments for like a straight 5 or 10 minutes, and then finally moved on. Like whenever you get started on a reels, that's like an Instagram like algorithm lane that's strong right out of the gate. You just keep pushing for more. You're looking for that level of like entertainment again. You're just like, yes, all right, where's the next one? I need the next one now. I need the next hit. That dopamine. I need me a little neck master. Sorry, I was quoting some TikTok. I've been like many people obsessed with that like Dracula flow video. And they also released one called Bat Talk, which is just like him, or not him. I don't know if it's how many people are even in the group, but it's them in a Batman costume, just saying the wildest stuff. Like, I haven't been milked in a minute. I need me a little neck master. It's so bad. Granted, nothing can be as good as the Dracula one, but you know, I'm okay with, you know, them shooting for more than one meme. You know, they make many characters. They have one that with George Washington that's pretty bad. Like, generally just pretty bad. But you know, like they can't all be hitters, you know, like obviously no one has that like level of comedy where like every single thing that they say is hilarious. You know, everybody has duds. Even Dave Chappelle has duds. It just doesn't make it to the special. And I saw people getting mad, like this is nowhere near as good as like Dracula Flow, and it's like, okay, but you know, it's still funny. And obviously when you try to hit the same note over and over again, it's not gonna ever be the same, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy something that they're trying. No one has to like it, but I really enjoy the Batman one as well. In case anybody's like really invested in like what I deem as funny or not. I hereby declare Bat Talk to be funny. Let it be known. Man, I'm sorry, but like, holy crap, I already feel my like face falling down. I need some caffeine or I'm gonna die. Right before the stream, I was playing Dark Tide. That also cut into like my prep time. It wasn't that bad. I still had like 20 minutes, but it was like you know, finishing up with only 20 minutes, and then I gotta go grab dinner. Like, then I have to make a coffee. Like, everything just piled up. Then I had to use the bathroom before getting ready, so that I didn't, you know, leave the stream 5 minutes in. It was just everything coming up at once. And I failed the mission anyways. It was literally like we got to the final stage, got through most of the horde, and then we needed to click a button, and as soon as we clicked the button, we got like everything spawned, like, you know, all the heavies, all the armored enemies, they just like slammed on top of us, and we died in like 5 seconds. It wasn't even close. As soon as we left our like safe spot, we got murked. It would have been okay if one of us went out there, but all 4 of us like went to do the thing, and just got caught out. We were just had nothing. I'm gonna tweak the cheekbones here. That way they don't like direct connect to the mustache for no reason. It kind of makes it look like it's a fake mustache. Sorry, my brothers, they get really active like directly at the time I start streaming. So right as soon as I start, I just see my messages blow up with like memes and videos. All right. Okay, I think that's all the hair as far as like right next to his eyes need to be fixed. Let me just delete this little connection here. I think it was some like a little connection that I wanted to ignore, but it keeps bothering me like out of the corner of my eyes. All right, here we go. Before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. Yeah, just a much longer face. I think that just really works for his silhouette better. Or really feels more accurate to the character. I was a little like upset that, you know, like I moved his eyes, made the eyes really separated, and then like did all this thing to his face, and then like it still ended up looking kind of like not too out of whack, and that's not good. Like I really want this to be a face that like something's off about it, you know, like it's not normal. Speaking of not normal, this huge hook nose. Very prominent nose. I'm trying to get it right because, you know, like whenever you're looking below, obviously it's still going to look like a normal nose. You know, like how do you get that like really like strong hook look? Almost like you know, like a devil in a cartoon without like making it just comical. Like, you know, like it's literally pointed directly downwards, almost like it's pressed right against his face. So I'm wondering, like, even if from below, would you still see the nose, or would it just look flat? I mean, we could always try it, just seeing what it looks like just flat. Nope, that's not an eraser. That's an eraser. Make it longer. Is it okay? Does this start to look weird? Does this mustache make my nose look big? Come on. It doesn't look right. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's like almost like an arrow. Then the mustache starts like here. I think that's too far. I think this is probably the best it can get. It's a little bit underneath the nose, but it's not too like disconnected or, you know, too flat against his face. That starts to look a little funky. All right, then the last thing is I want to go ahead and sharpen up the chin. So I think maybe something like this. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. How's that? So this definitely still looks like he has way too big of a chin. But then if I trim it down, it doesn't look right. I think we're gonna go ahead and trim it down, and then we can just fix it from there. We can worry about it the next part when we get there. I gotta add all the details from the sections I just moved. So now we can see a little bit more of the collar. Clean lines are for fools. I'm all about having everything completely messed up. I'm a disgusting artist. Now, why does this look funny to me? Okay. I'm gonna make a copy of this. And then we're gonna try just comparing the two because I need another one. I need to see what's like bothering me about this. It might be just like how close the collar feels to the neck. It's also kind of hard to tell. Oh, hold on, I just went too far back. I think right here. Make another one of these. Okay. Group these together. Move this up. So really big chin. Thinner chin. Yeah, all we do is tighten it up a little bit, but for some reason it makes him look so much different. And I don't know if I like it. I think I might keep it how it was. Because I don't know, something, I think he needs like a really long face. Let me double check with the original. Yeah, he does kind of have like a very long, almost like Habsburg chin. I think the only thing is I wish it could be thinner. And I mean, that's technically possible, so let me... Which one's the trimmed one? This one is the trimmed one. My foot just started getting itchy. Okay, so what if you keep the chin that long? What if we just thin out the jaw a little bit? Hang on, actually, before I start doing this, let me make a copy so I don't have to like undo everything. Control V. There you go. Easy peasy. Just a little tweak. Just a little tweak. And then now we can actually try like editing down the jaw. Just the tiniest of tweaks. Slimming it down, making it a little bit more, his face just feel a little thinner. My foot is extremely itchy right now and I'm trying not to think about it. Sorry, I want to jump all the way back. So I was talking about Darktide earlier. I was playing Darktide. They just released a new mission, a new update, and I'm having a lot of fun. It's really weird. So I think I might have talked about this before, but Darktide, I was actually super disappointed in the game when I first bought it, because it was like they have Warhammer Vermintide, and I like Vermintide. I don't love Vermintide. It's not exactly my kind of game, because it's like very like Left 4 Dead format, but it's not right there. Something about it has like a different like formula of like how it builds out and how it includes like RPG elements. Not exactly RPG, but like they have like skill trees, and then they have like items. And specifically, I get really annoyed by like item rarity and having to build out like the perfect armor set, like all those like little tweaks to armor. Something about it just like really drives down my mood. Like, I think I might skip God of War, like the newest ones, just because I really don't like the look or like the idea of like constantly upgrading Kratos' armor and items. Like, it just doesn't seem very fun for me. To me. And I think if I played it, I might feel differently. But like something about it, like just seeing that, like I remember when Assassin's Creed Origins was first announced, and literally the moment I saw loot, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm like, oh, I'm out of Assassin's Creed Origins. Like I mean, Assassin's Creed is a genre. Like I don't want to go down this road of like looking for specific sword types. Like they had like such a good balance with Unity, where it was like like you can buy like weapon types, and each weapon like had different stats, but they also had like different looks and visuals. And it didn't feel like as gamey to me. Like it was just like a very clear, like, here's level 1, here's level 2, here's level 3. But in there, it's like, oh, this is 247, and you can get that weapon again at a higher, whenever you're a higher level. Like, kind of like Borderlands. Borderlands is a good, like, I like it when it's its own genre, where it's like Borderlands is very clearly since day one. You grind to get the best number on your loot. That's fine. Destiny, I think, is also like another option. I was never into Destiny, but I do like aspects of Destiny where it's very similar. Like you grind your loot, you try to get the best drop for all the items. But then whenever it like starts to get like glued onto genres that like I don't think I like it as much. Like like Left 4 Dead, I don't feel like it needed like level loot. Like that was one of the issues that I saw with Back 4 Blood, along with countless other issues. Was just like I saw that there was like rarity cards, rarity like abilities, and like all this other stuff, and I'm like the formula already is fun on its own. Left 4 Dead 2 is like a game that like has been fun for I think a decade, more than a decade. I can't exactly remember when the game came out. So it's like adding like an entirely like new wonky thing. It can work. It's like I'm not gonna say never, but it's not it doesn't necessarily need it. If you have like a really good game, sometimes adding like loot and rarity is completely unnecessary. Sorry, I'm talking about Darktide, and I went into like a huge rant about like how I don't like loot. I forgot that was solids. Just let me get that further away from me. This is the coffee. Much better. Much better. All right, so we're gonna do it again. Control C, Control V, bip, bip, bip. Make it a group, bip, bip. Turn this on. Now we can compare. There we go. I think that's perfect. Now he looks like he has like a Chad chin. This makes him look a little bit more scrawny, a little bit more like Habsburg jaw, where they just have like a weirdly obtrusive jaw. Like I think this is perfect. especially with a little bit of shadow like underneath his like chin or that one end of his jaw. It definitely makes it look a little lopsided, so I should probably add some of that to the other side too. But I think this is more like that profile that I want, where it's like a long face, almost like a dog's face, like a dog's jaw, where, you know, like it's got like a very long, slender face, and it's like all mouth. Because I showed you the other like version where it's like his mouth like extends. That's not exactly it. I mean, I like that one, but this is, I think, more what I'm talking about, where you can see like his mouth like extends further into like an actual muzzle. I think that's what I want. A little bit more of that sharp like jaw look, where it's like protruding out. I don't have the ability to flip the canvas on notebook paper. All right, so let me try to even it out on this side. I am also noticing that the jaw isn't super accurate. Hold on. Yeah, that's the right one. I'm actually going to keep that. It doesn't have to be like one straight line. It can be a little curved, especially if that helps with the silhouette. Oop, that's the wrong pencil. Trying to carve out a little bit of the hair here. Here we go, just like that. Let's clean it up and then use it with a smaller pencil, because I think I need a little bit more fine streaks so I can match the other side. And we can have it like fall apart there. There you go, that feels a little bit more even. It's actually a little bit longer on that side, but that's okay. Fix up the beard hairs. I think his chin is definitely a little heavier on one side. Oh, it looks even better from the other side. That's crazy. I was like, ooh, he's looking good here. And then I flipped it over. I was like, oh, he looks very good here. He almost looks a little too handsome, which is concerning. Again, he's supposed to look almost like he might be an alien. I think it might be the skin tone that'll really settle it. Or we could even separate the eyes more. which I might be inclined to do because his eyes look a little bit too normal. Hang on. I always have like an itch, like because of these like headphones, like right on my ear. I think maybe they're just dry. So just to test out, just for fun, we're gonna do a little cut. Just a little cut. What the? Oh, I'm doing the wrong brush. Or wrong grabbing tool. There it goes. I got them backwards. There we go. Group these. And group this. I1, I2. Select, deselect. Alright, now we can just move them piece by piece. So we can start here. Just a little bit more to the left. Oh yeah, now we're getting, oh. Oh yeah, that's pretty alien. Oh, maybe a little too strong though. Oh. Oh, my neck, my back, oh, my bones and joints. I'm a broken man. Okay. So have a little bit more close, just like right there. So we're literally looking at like pixels difference. Maybe make it higher. And this one, just a little closer, even it out. I'm gonna fill this in so I can compare the two. This is the wrong layer anyways. What am I doing? There we go. Just a little lower on this one, just a touch lower. Wait a second. just like that. Okay. So before, after, before, after. It's not a huge difference, but I do like the idea of making it just making it a little bit wider. Just to really kind of like push like how wonky his eyes or wonky his face looks. I think this might be the final one though, because like now I'm thinking like the eyes are separate, the nose is plenty long and hooky. Or we can make it more hooky, but I think at that point it gets weird. The chin is very sharp, like all the like key parts of his face being kind of wonky. Maybe his cheekbones. Hold on. No, the cheekbones are fine. Cheekbones are fine. Are they? I think maybe that's what's making him look a little bit too much like a Chad. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down as what we're gonna do. So, go ahead and remove this. Then we gotta remove it from the original. Then we're gonna have to merge it down. Oh, actually, it's already merged, so let me just take this off. Oop, hold on. Let me turn on the red parts. You gotta take them out the groups. Then we can merge these. Oops, never mind. I thought they were outside of the group. Come on, one layer lower. There we go. Now we can merge the group. Bip, bip. Okay, easy peasy. Then we just gotta fix the eyes. We gotta fix the hair just one last time. Yeah, the eyes look perfect. Oh, hold on. Merge with layer down below. Okay, now we can edit it perfectly. There we go. Nice. And then this eye actually gets out of the hair finally, because it was a little bit like too into the pupil. So like there was like no real way to argue like that he could see at all from that eye. Now it's just shifted just slightly enough that you can actually argue that they're separate enough. I just realized. Yep, knew it. Much better. Here we go. Nice. Then I think the only other thing I need to clear up is just maybe some of the hair, because I think I didn't want to do a little bit more with the hair, make it maybe a little fuller looking. As soon as I get done with this one curl. Oh my goodness, I keep forgetting. All I wanted to mention with Dark Tide was that there's a new update and I like it. New mission, new stuff for one of the classes, and there's gonna be a part 2 coming in December. I like it. Oh, and the thing that I didn't like about it was something about it just felt like a little bit too bare bones whenever I first played it, which is like maybe a week after it launched, maybe 2 weeks. It felt really bare bones. Like there was only like a few missions, and I played the veteran, which is, you know, like I was like, my thinking was, okay, new game. I don't know anything about Warhammer. I think I should go in with something that's a little bit more closer to what I usually play. Just like a standard shooty boy. No super cool abilities, just shooty. Then I was disappointed because it turns out everybody has like special abilities, all the 4 classes. You know, the big guy, the guy with lightning, and then the guy with religion. Then there's a shooty boy. And I was like, okay, what's my cool ability? Is it like an explosion? Is it, you know, like anything cool? And it's like, nope, your special ability is you shoot slightly better. Or actually, you don't shoot better, you just like shoot faster for like a 2-second period of time. You like move a little faster. It was a very lackluster ability to me. Like, and it's still in the game, but I think it's slightly even better. So they had a big update called the class update, like at the start of October. Might have even been, it was October. And that really like fleshed things out. I think they slowly added a few more missions, a little bit more variety, and that was really helpful as far as like the overall gameplay loop. But then they added basically 3 routes of abilities for each of the classes. So each class could be tweaked to be a little bit more, you know, like single kill focused, you know, like multiple wave focused, or just support abilities. And that was the key, because now the veteran, instead of just having the ability to shoot better, which now it still does, you can tweak the shooting. So now it's a little bit more, you know, is it more about seeing the shooters from far away, or is it about getting the people close up? Do you get more strength with the closer kills? And then they also have like a support ability where you can shout, pushing everybody away, giving you like a few seconds to like pick people up while everybody gets knocked down, all the enemies get knocked down. Or did you want maybe an entirely new thing where you stealth, and then instead of building yourself to just be a normal shooty boy, now you're an infiltrator where you're going in, you're turning invisible to all enemies, you're sneaking up behind the big enemies, knocking them out in like 2 or 3 hits, and then, you know, getting right back into the crowd. Then you're just like weaving between and, you know, picking your enemies. It works really well. And then everybody else had their own thing, you know, like instead of being the big guy that charges into things, you can charge into things still, but now you can also taunt, so that all the enemies focus you for a time and your teammates have a second to recover. or you can become just like a really good shooter. Like the big guys, they can shoot, become the big shooty boys, and theirs is a lot more fun because they can also add fire damage. So now they have like something that stacks, and it's really good against bosses. Or like their shooting also becomes faster, more accurate. It instantly reloads your gun, so like if you're like at the end of a clip, you can smash that ability and immediately start firing and just unloading on a huge horde. It was a huge, great update. And now this is the first big thing that they added, a brand new mission, completely fleshed out from scratch. Or I assume from scratch. There's probably some asset borrowing, but when you have good assets and you change the way that they're organized, people don't really notice if you're just reusing assets. And like cool new theme. They tweaked some of the abilities that they did in the big update that didn't work very well, because it wasn't like a perfect thing right out of the box. It was just like a lot more variety, and that really was important for me. But yeah, just felt like sharing about that. Darktide, it's pretty good right now. I don't know about Flawless. I just know he's smirking to one side because one mustache is higher. I think he accidentally twisted his mouth up at one point. I could fix that, and I might. Let's just try it. No harm in it. But yeah. Go on. I messed this up already. I clipped through the mustache. I really only need this top lip and the nose. Deselect. Sorry, I'm trying to fix some of the shortcomings. Hang on. Instead of any of that, let's just cage. Nope, that's not it. Warp. There we go. That's all it took. Perfect. Just shorten the mustache just like that. I think I went overboard just a touch. Okay, one more time. Just one last little time. Doesn't need a lot. There we go. Now I think it's even. It might be a little longer, but now it's like almost perfect. All right. Just a small little tweak. Just felt like I needed to do that. All right. Just a moment. Okay, sorry. Just very distracting. Apologies. Please forgive it. Please forgive. All right. Oh, let me merge these layers back. Actually, hold on. Yeah, let me merge them first before I start thinking. Now, if I really want to be picky, I'm probably going to ignore this, but I'm going to just try it. See how it goes. Let's move all this to the right. It didn't move at all. There we go, just a little tweak that way. Just the corner of the mustache a little bit more this way. Come on, move your butt. I think that's good actually. I think it straightened out things a little bit better, just a tiny bit better. I might just have to do the mustache again, because there's no way for me to shorten it without like making it blurry. I don't think the mustache is gonna take too long to fix. This is still the stage where I can like actually like edit everything, so it's annoying that I can't move on, but I need you know, like we needed to do it now before, you know, like I get all the shading and colors done. Try and give him like really sharp cheekbones. The Benedict Cumberbatch cheekbones. Oh, Jesus, why do I keep grabbing the wrong pencil? Wrong brush. Perfect, just like that. Too round. I need it to be more like one smooth line instead of just like, if that makes any sense. Just a more gradual curve rather than almost like a circle attached to with a line at the end, almost like a sickle. That's about right. I think it's uneven bed. I'm okay with that. Is there anything I need to tweak with the nose up here? Besides trimming that little point. Okay. Let me compare it to the original, see if there's any other thing I'm missing. I want to check the eyes. Oh, just a little bit of a bag underneath the eye. Completely forgot about that. Just a little bit of a bag. All right. That's all done. Let me add a little bit of this here. Just a little wrinkles underneath the collar. I think that's a nice little detail. I'm also gonna add a little bit of the knot here too. Sorry, stretch. Oh my goodness. I don't know how my muscles and everything get so stiff. It's just because I'm sitting all day. You know what? I'm gonna stand up for a second. Yes, streamers can stand up. It's a possibility. They can do it. I do, in fact, have working, functioning legs. This is just gonna be an ASMR stream of me just breathing and gasping into the mic. Okay. All right, so we have this nice little sweater. I'm actually gonna add like a little bit of the. This is where the reinforcement for the collar would be. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I just realized. Do sweaters and suits, do they usually have like a really long V? Sorry. No, it's usually really tiny. It does look like the V-neck sweatshirt does happen. Actually, it looks like it's super common. It's just not a very deep V. Like, it's a very short V. Which, I mean, it's not too big on this one either, so I don't think I need to add that. And then, does he have a vest, or did I add that in my head? Oh, it's not a vest, it's a suit. Okay, so dress shirt, sweater. Then you got the blazer over that, and then you have the coat. Is that too many layers? 4 layers? Oh, I'm trying to see if I can find like one other guy that has that, then I'm gonna be happy. Because I'm starting to realize, like, I don't know if I've seen anybody wear a dress shirt, a sweater, a blazer, and then a coat on top of all that. Like, that's a lot of layers. I might remove the... Not the sweater, because I like that color. I might remove the blazer. I think it's just one layer too many. Let me take it off. See, the issue is, like, I see people with vests, but not sweaters, and that's what's tripping me up. So, like, I've definitely seen people with you know, like the dress shirt, vest, suit, coat. That works. I'm seeing a lot of that, but not the sweater instead of the vest. Like the vest, it's either the vest or nothing. So I'm thinking I might just leave the sweater. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, hold on. One last thing. Actually, one last thing. I'm sorry. No. I think I'm gonna keep the suit. I'm thinking too hard. If it's weird, it's not that weird. And then the only other thing is I want his hair to be a little bit more pronounced. So one thing I'm just gonna do it on another layer and just to see how I feel about it. That's the holding. This is the one. Okay. I'm gonna try just like painting over like a silhouette for his hair. So let me just show you what I mean. Just like making a little bit like thicker on here, this area. Maybe up top, just a little bit more. Don't need him. Let me see. Oh, well, I have a second to complain. So, in case anybody's thinking about like what software they want to use to edit their videos, I'm going to go ahead and put my hat in the ring and say, do not use HitFilm. Unless you really just want a software that you can pay for and you like the way that it looks. HitFilm is very upsetting to me. I think I'm officially done with HitFilm. I had a video, the last video, I had a lot of edits, you know, like had to clip out all the little times I had to stop and check my phone. Okay, I think today I've only done it 3 times, so like it's not gonna be this bad. But I had all those little edits, everything was done, everything was set up, and then it told me that I had a premium filter on somewhere, and I would have the watermark on it unless I paid for, you know, like the full HitFilm. And there's no way to find out which premium filter you are using And I'm not entirely sure that if you take it off, it like fixes it. So like even if you did take off every single filter, I feel like it would still probably just tell you like, hey, we don't know for sure if you're using it at all, and we don't want you to get away with possibly using a feature for free, so we're going to keep the watermark on there. So I had to pay for it, and I am not going to be paying for another month. I'm just done. I'm going to use DaVinci Resolve from now on, because I just don't like that. Like, you know, like I worked really hard on the video, and then I made one little edit, and then now I have to pay for it in order to actually get it done. All I needed was just to finish exporting. If there was a premium filter that I used, it wasn't on purpose. You know, like I didn't want the premium filters. I'm okay without using all the flashy effects that come with a full subscription. But once you touch it on accident, you know, just touching a premium filter can accidentally get you your video watermarked, and it's like, what do you know, like, how do you? I think the reason they don't have a way for you to check which one's a premium or not is because they want you to just go ahead and pay for it, like I did. The thing is, like, I'm not gonna do that again. Like, I'm just gonna not use a site again. Like, I don't care. Like, it's silly. Like, just have a list of all the effects on the thing. You know, like if you have a zoom feature that you're not supposed to use, just add it to the list. And then it like sends you to whichever clip has it, and then you can just click on the effect and turn it off. Like, you don't need to be like force people to use your effects. You know, you can have a subscription with like a bunch of good effects, and then people can decide for themselves whether or not they want to use it. What am I doing? I'm actually like shading this like I'm trying to do the hair. So yeah, I think maybe just making it a little bit higher up, a little bit fuller up top. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna go crazy with it too. I think I'm just gonna add like a way more like, oop, what is this? Did I grab the wrong color? Yeah, I did. I'm just gonna go like more like scraggly hair, have it go in different directions. Just like having it lift a little bit more in this section here, almost like it's teased out instead of just flowing cleanly. I thought about just leaving it cleanly flowing downwards to make it look like, you know, it's hair that is well kept. But I kind of just like the look of just like really wild long hair that comes up and down, and, you know, like has a lot of layers. I think even though it doesn't really make sense for the character, it just looks better, and I'm gonna go with what looks better in this case. It makes his hair look more gorgeous. But yeah, very upset with HitFilm. If I had any power, I would just say never to use it. I kind of want them to, you know, like face the consequences of their actions. You know, like if you're gonna make it so you're so unfriendly to be used with other apps because you want to like slightly nudge people towards paying for your product, I don't like that. Like that's a very dishonest practice. You know, like I like when things are more open and things are easier to use. You know, like I pay for Krita, not because like it forces me to use their features, but because like I appreciate their features that they give me for free, so I pay for it. They also have it so their timeline is their own like proprietary file format, and you can't upload it into anything else. So if I wanted to just like say take my time app with all the cuts that I have on it and then just put it into another app and just, you know, use their features instead, and so I don't use any of the premium features, I can't, because it uses their file format, which isn't friendly with any other app. You know, like there isn't another, you can't open it in Adobe Video or whatever. There's Adobe Premiere. You can't open HFP, which is like their file format. I can't upload it to DaVinci Resolve, which I already have installed and, you know, like ready for uploading videos. Then there was also they made mobile videos, so like if you just flip the video vertically, so you can make like videos for like TikTok and, you know, Instagram Reels and all that. That was also a premium feature. You have to have the premium to use that. So that's the entire reason I have DaVinci Resolve, which is, you know, like I just wanted to be able to continue making TikToks every now and again. But that's a premium feature now. So I guess because it's considered like a abnormal what's it called? Like setup, I guess. It's like an abnormal resolution. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, just felt like sharing and whining a little bit because like I'm very upset with how they are. Okay. So this is probably the silhouette I'm gonna go with. I don't know. Hold on. This feels a little weird. Hold on. Maybe not these like little spikes. Let me just give me a few more minutes to just like really feel this out. I think I'm still gonna have time to at least get the flats, which is what I promised. And flats, I mean, usually that takes like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So like it could literally be something I do last minute. Yeah. I keep pulling up my reference, but my reference really does have like ugly hair. Like I did made it like really nice and neat here, but then like it just goes wild. Like that, like I feel like that hair doesn't make any sense. Like I need something a little bit more. I can fill in his mustache because I think it's weirding me out a little bit. Hang on a second. I knew it. It was you the whole time. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. There we go. So I think one thing I noticed whenever I did peek at it was I do have like little single like outliers, but instead of like spiking up like this, they just go down and fall, like just. So they still like follow the flow of the hair. So let me do this. Okay, so yeah, way better, way better. It feels way more full, way more debonair. Like this feels what he has right now is a little bit too smooth, maybe even too realistic. But like I don't, like I don't need realistic here. Like I want like a design that feels like a certain way. Like it gives you that feel of somebody with like really like long, luxurious hair. Just like hair that makes you jealous with like how curly and like beautiful it is. All right, so now that I'm gonna tone this down. And then we're just gonna keep that in the background while I try to tweak the line art that way. Switch between these two. Do I still have a copy of the original? Oh, I do. Let me duplicate. I'm always gonna do this. Oh, my foot's itchy. My foot's itchy again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm dying. Oh, wrong one. I think we can maybe smooth it out just a touch, but I think this like level of fullness is perfect. Like how like often it like dips in and out and in and out and in and out. I think we can smooth that out a little bit. But let's just keep working on it. Just keep working. I think right now I'm just tracing like what I have, and then we'll be able to like refine it. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. I think I did this all on the wrong layer. Okay, this is the right one. Okay, back in the zone. I'm back. I'm not distracted. I'm ready for violence. I think whenever I get to the shading, he's gonna look a lot freakier. Let me just for fun, as a little distraction while I try not to go crazy. Hold on, let me just on another layer so I can just undo it in one go. How do I make it more yellow? That's good. This actually looks good. I don't know about you, but I like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's looking good. Good in a bad way. Okay, so now we have all that filled out. I think we can go and try like smoothing this out a bit. Just a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to like accidentally get me exactly where I was before, where I wasn't happy with how like clean it was. But, you know, like I do think we can have like a happy medium. Oh god, we're almost already at 9:30. I don't know if there's too much. I don't know if the hair is gonna take too much longer. I think it's already like at a pretty good spot. I thought it would take a lot longer, but really we just need to refine it. What is this, huh? What is this? What's going on here? Okay. Better be that. I was worried that I was on the wrong layer. I was about to start crying. Okay. Ooh. I just gave him like a really fat eyebrow for a second. There we go. Nice and flowy. I could probably go like another level higher, but I might wait until later in the piece to get like really detailed on how like I want the hair to look. Also, I probably shouldn't make it too pretty because then, you know, like I want him to look a little unsettling, just a little unsettling. If I go like, you know, all the effects, having it shiny, really nicely polished, I might end up making him look too friendly, too happy, too nice, too pleasant. No, sorry, one second. Oh. My neck, my back, my coochie, and my crack. My coochie. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. It's getting late. I think I talked about mostly what I wanted to. Dark Tide and then Hit Film. Those were like the only two big things. I've been applying to a few more jobs in my area. And right now, it doesn't really look like any of the places I want are hiring. Or the ones that I do want have already said no. But that's not going to stop me from trying again because I'm a stubborn little guy. I think one of the bigger issues is that I don't really have any certifications. And that really matters, especially in like physical labor. So like, you know, like factory jobs, they really do like, you know, skilled labor, and they trust a little bit more certifications than degrees. And then I'm not really sure what's holding me back from like banking jobs. So like I've applied to like 2 or 3 banks and I've also got nothing from them. And I don't know if it's the same case there. Like there's not, as far as I've seen, there's not really one. Like I think one place, like I think it was like First Citizens Bank, they mentioned like a training course, and that was like the first time. But it was also like you apply for the training course like you would a job, and that's different, I think. So I don't think that's the same thing. I think those are generally just more like they just have other people that they want more. Like I had like a whole interview with Truist, and literally the only feedback I heard was like, oh, those aren't, you know, like professional shoes for work. And I was like, oh, well, you know, you told me that I didn't, you know, you guys didn't really care about a dress code, but I can change that, you know, like dress shoes, fine. And then I never heard back from them. And it's like, oh my goodness, please tell me that they did not completely throw away my resume just because like I came in with shoes they didn't like that I easily could have changed. Because again, they told me they didn't care about the dress code that much. You know, they told me it was not a super serious thing over there. Like you're immediately proving yourself wrong when you're like, oh, we don't really care what you dress like. Oh, but are those Nikes? Sorry, you know, we're looking elsewhere. It's like, that's crazy. Like I can buy some ugly little shoes, you know, like ugly little work boots or whatever they want, you know, like the little business casual loafers if they want me to. I don't want to because, you know, I like having nice sneakers. That's always been like a big part of my outfit since like, I don't know, 2020. I decided that like I would have like very flashy shoes and just build around them because I like if I buy nice shoes, I want people to look at them, you know, I want them to be like showstoppers. That's how I like to dress anyways. Then, you know, like sometimes I'll dress a little down where it's like, it's almost just a completely black outfit, maybe some nice jeans, and then the shoes just pop. Just some nice Doc Martens. Just, you know, Doc Martens are a good look, you know, like you don't really need a whole lot with Doc Martens. But then they're gonna get like really picky about my shoes. That's just sensible. So maybe, you know, like it's one of those situations where it's probably for the best. It was a little far too for a drive. I think it was like a 40-minute drive. But, you know, I really would have preferred them just have told me you're not gonna, you know, like we're gonna be looking elsewhere, you know, like thank you for the interview. Or just not have done the interview at all. Like, you know, like that's crazy. Especially because like during the interview, like all the things we talked about was like, oh yeah, you have done this type of work before. So, you know, like you would have no problem working here. You have had situations way harder than anything you will have to deal with over here. You know, like I told them about how like working at the hospital, I've had people threaten my life and they're like, oh, no, you're not gonna need to do that. That's insane that, you know, like you had to deal with that. And it's like, yeah, it was. So, you know, like, but, you know, like if it ever happens in the bank, I know I'm ready. You know, not risking my life, but, you know, I know how to handle a situation in which that would occur. Or I guess you could say I would have a little bit more experience. So, you know, like really literally the only thing that I think came off was I wasn't very charming, you know, like I was tired. So, you know, like I wasn't like oozing them with compliments or anything like that. It's not my personality to be like super jokey right out of the gate with people I don't know. It takes me a while to warm up and be like, you know, making like funny remarks, I guess. I'm mostly like an insult person where like I'll just make fun of you, but like I'm completely okay with being made fun of as well. You know, like it just goes back and forth like that. 1 second. Someone just shared a picture. Sorry, my brother just shared a picture of me sleeping in the car. It's unflattering, or at least it would be if I wasn't so darn handsome. Like I have like really good like interactions with people whenever I'm able to, you know, let's insult them a little bit. Then, you know, they insult me back, and then I pretend like it hurts me. And, you know, like just like that kind of back and forth. It's just really fun. You can be really comfortable with a person when you don't have to like pretend to save their feelings. You can be a little rude, then you can take it back, and, you know, like I think that's fun. So long as you're not like annoying the crap out of them. Like people make it a little bit more clear whenever they don't want to talk to you. So like if you're being annoying and then they like don't respond at all, or, you know, like don't respond well, or, you know, like they're very forced where like if you insult someone in a joking way and then they insult you in a joking way back, clearly they're okay with it. If you insult somebody in a joking way and then they just answer to you straight like, oh yeah, no, I'm not okay with that, that's them telling you like, okay, like this isn't like a type of way I like to talk to people. And it's like, okay, dial it back, you know, like leave them alone. They're not gonna respond well to that. You know, try something else. You know, like if you want to talk to them, do it in a more normal, appropriate manner. Maybe they have like some like level of respect that they want whenever they work, which is kind of annoying. I don't like the idea of like having to like be super nice and respectful to people all the time. Customers, you have to be respectful to. You know, like If I like you, I don't want to talk to you like that. Like, I don't want to talk to you like, hi, how have you been? It's been good. It's nice whenever that happens naturally, you know, like you see something good happen to one of your coworkers and you're like, you know what? I'm happy for you. That's nice. But whenever you have to do that, like from the get-go, that can be really like taxing and annoying. It's like a small talk to people that you don't work with, or, you know, like people that work in the same building, but not necessarily the same department. So like you'll see them and you'll be like, hi, this weather's kind of crazy. Like I like it a little bit, but I don't love it. Like if I had to deal with that all day, I'd lose my mind. You know, just like every now and again, maybe once in every hour or so, just being like, hi, I hope you guys are doing all right. You know, like that's fine. That's fun. I like that. Just a bit of normalcy, you know, like you feel like a normal human being functioning. I like it a little bit. I know people who definitely don't. They don't respond well to that kind of stuff. They hate that like little bit of like normal people talk conversation that they have to deal with every day. That's fine too. I get those people 100%. It's just I'm an introvert that really wishes they were an extrovert. You know, like I really wish I like had more conversations. And like casual small talk is like a very simple, easy way to get a little bit of that juice out. Where it's like I'm talking, I can hear my voice, I can hear other people talk and have like a little bit of back and forth. So if I had worked at Truist, I might not get that. And then also when I was there, like I got the sense that like there was much older people. Like I think the oldest person I saw there was like in their late 20s, early 30s. Like I was just like, I don't know if there's gonna be anybody I can relate to. Which is more like exactly what I got at the hospital, where it's like literally all older people, and then like maybe one person my age that doesn't work directly with me. So that wouldn't have been fun. But it's also North Carolina. It's a lot of old people. Like young people, they move to like Charlotte, Chapel Hill, you know, near the college towns. All the like rural places and suburbs is like literal children, like 12-year-olds and younger. And then old people in their like 50s, 60s. Plenty of people in their 40s through 60s. There's so many of those at least in my parts of North Carolina. It's a little depressing. But it is what it is. You kind of gotta hold on to whatever like little public spots you can. Like I found Starbucks. Lots of young people go to Starbucks. I feel like a normal person when I go to Starbucks. Like I'm not surrounded by old people. You still get a lot of old people and like families that make you feel a little left out. Like, you know, like there's no just normal casual people hanging around. It's just families and families and families. But Starbucks, I think, has like a better like ratio of just like, you know, young adults that'll go there and chill at the coffee shop for a little bit to get like classwork done or work done. I just go there to chill, read a book for a little bit, get myself like calm and ready for stream. I'll get like last minute things done for the stream too, where I'll like usually before I start a new piece, I'll make sure I have it like fleshed out in a sketchbook over there. I get like an hour or two to relax, so it's like a good time to just make sure I have an idea of what I want to work on. All right, let's see. There we go. Plenty more. Just fuller, plumper. But it's still definitely like straight. I think it just adds a little bit more curl. Let me turn off the... That's not it. I'm going to delete that. That was just for fun. The little silhouette. Yeah, I think we're good to go ahead and get started. Let me just add a little bit here, I'm noticing. Nope. Where like it leads behind the shoulder. I'm gonna clear this up too. I think as far as jobs, I think I'm mainly looking for like front desk at a dentist's office, doctor's office, something like that, or bank teller, or just something where like, you know, like I can pick it up and learn. You know, I don't need like a degree exactly in that field. You know, like I can't work in a lab because, you know, like a lab would require me to actually have like a degree in like chemistry or biology or something like that. That would be a little bit too specific. You know, something where it's like not necessarily engineering, but something like a little related to that, where it's like you can pick it up with you know, like someone else who works there, and they could like teach you, you know, like here's what you look out for, keep it with that, or something that actually does use my degree, like a networking guy, or just somebody who like monitors the database, keeps an eye out for errors and that kind of stuff. I think that would be like the best one for like directly involving my degree and making it so it's not just a piece of paper. Beautiful. The issue with that, I've explained before, is just, you know, computers, usually they want you to have a degree, CompTIA, something like that. Which I guess I could do, but but the idea of like studying and doing a test, like it just drives me nuts. And that's also one that you have to pay for too. So like you'd study, you'd have to take the test, and then you might spend that money and fail anyways. So, you know, not exactly something that I feel like I would want to do. I mean, I might end up having to anyways. Just to like really like, what is the word? Boost that degree. Or really, what's it called whenever you like improve your resume? All right, I think we're good on the line art. Let me go and turn off. Well, hold on. Oh yeah, you can see a lot of improvements. Eyes just look better. Mouth looks better. Cheekbones look a little sharper in like a unhealthy way, which is perfect. Just the exact that I want. How does it look with the background? Let me make sure I check that too. Oh yeah, we can work with that. We can work with that. That's good stuff. Yeah, the hair just feels fuller. Doesn't feel like it's clinging to the head too much. Jaw's just cleaner. Oh, the hand. God dang it. I thought we were ready for this to finish. I mean, it's not going to be too much, but I was so excited. We might still be able to do the flats. I might have to go even extra long, but we'll see. I'm kind of trying to like keep an idea of what the hand will look like in 3D space. So like right now I'm picturing like how they're gonna like fold over each other, because hands usually they're like, you know, obviously 5, they're straight fingers, but they also like curve in, curve out, and then also the way that they roll up whenever they're like closed together is that the pinky kind of like hides under everything kind of curls underneath itself naturally. So even though, you know, like from straight on it looks flat, as soon as you put a little bit of angle on it, you can kind of tell like each finger is like wrapping underneath the other, with the exception to the thumb. The thumb is like almost always like completely separate from everything else. It's got its own thing going on. So yeah, I'm trying to like keep an idea of like how is it like rolling into each other. You know, whenever somebody shakes your hand, it squeezes a little so it gets compressed. Like I'm trying to think of all that while not trying to like have to draw every single aspect of it out. Like I just want to be able to draw it with you know, just kind of like thinking in my head of how it's gonna look and hoping that it comes together correctly. If I struggle, then we need to break out the, like, you know, like the big, you know, drawing out the skeleton, drawing out like all the muscles underneath. Not necessarily the muscles, but you know what I'm saying, like really breaking everything down. But I think if we kind of just keep it in the back of my head, you know, while I'm working, I can kind of get away with skipping a lot of it. I don't have to break down every instance. That's kind of like where experience comes in as like an artist. Like that's how you see like artists who will literally just like make a piece without having to like break down anything, is that they have it like so well defined in their mind that they already have a plan of how they're going to do it. And you know, like it just comes with a lot of experience. And you know, like I'm not trying to say I'm like that at all. You know, like I'm not a grand master of the arts. You know, like I'm not going to go that far. But I do have like an idea of how to get there. And I think that carries me a lot of the way there to being like a really like artist. I really like that saxophone. Although the music just cut out, so I don't know if the next song is coming. That was a very rough drop. 1 second. Oh, there it goes. I lost faith too quickly. That reminds me, it bothers me so much whenever like an artist like has a song where like there's just a huge pause for no reason. Some songs are like that, where they're, well, for whatever reason, they just feel like in the album it needs like 30 seconds of like 30 seconds, almost like a minute sometimes, of just straight and either nonsense or nothing, like no audio at all, like just like static or nothing at all. And sometimes like it's nice, you know, like you really value those like quiet moments between songs, and you're like just like a little bit of time to breathe in between songs can really do a lot. But sometimes it's so much and so unnecessary. Like I'd prefer like little skits, little intermissions, where, you know, like you can just not add it to a playlist. But some songs they just don't care. Like one of my biggest like ones is like Vince Staples, Love Is Music. But some of his albums, especially like I think it was a song, the album was Big Time or something like that, where every song had like a little skit after it, and it was so hard. Like it was just like him singing unrefined, no beat, and it was not very like it was not him trying to be like an impressive singer. So it was, you know, like it's fine if it's not good singing, but it's also just like whenever you get like almost like a straight minute or 2 minutes of like that added to like a really good song, it makes it so hard to listen to, because it's just like, okay, come on, I want to hurry up and get to the other songs on my playlist. Like I can't edit out like this section. It sucks. I remember Eminem, he has a lot of skits, and those I value because, you know, the skits are fun when you're listening to the album, and then whenever you want to just have something on the playlist, it's almost never there. It's almost always something separate. And then I'm also thinking of like a song by Rosalia. She also has like a song where it's just like a straight minute of just silence, and it really like, I've definitely like deleted a few songs that I really like, where it's just like there's just such an extended pause. It's like if I'm in the middle of a driving session, you know, like 2 hours of driving, reaching for my phone is not great. You know, like you don't want to have to like constantly touch your phone and be like, all right, next song, next song, next song. It's fine. It's not the biggest crime in the world. The album, it's not gonna ruin an album, but like goodness, does it drive me nuts? It's just like, just add it as an intermission. Just add it as a separate song. Or it even reminds me of like even I think even Tyler the Creator said this was a mistake, that he shouldn't have done this, but there was like a song that he had like Campfire back on his album Wolf. It's like 3 songs like glued together in one song that you have to add. It's like 9 minutes, but it's 3 separate songs just glued together for no reason. And it's like Campfire, Party's Not Over, and then like some other song. And it's like that one song that I can't remember the name of. I could probably look it up right now. Oop, 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 oop. No. Don't get me clapped. We're not gonna do that. Jesus, that was close. I probably already didn't played enough of it for me to get clapped. By YouTube, most likely, if anybody. But you know what? Fine. It's one song. Where is it? Give me Wolf. Wolf. There it is. 2013. Jesus, that's old. Here it is. Party Isn't Over, Campfire, Beamer. That's the one. Beamer is such a banger of a song. But because it's glued onto a 9-minute song with 2 other songs glued onto it, and the other 2 songs are slow. They're like, like literally like like literally that BPM, that pace. It's like so slow. I definitely like felt myself getting sleepy during the album. Because I mean, it's a rough album. It's like it's something. There's a lot of good ideas. It's like it's pretty solid, but like good songs. And then there's some songs that are just kind of boring, little boring, little sad. They're fine for like the first album listen through, second album listen to, but when you're like cutting off some of the album because like you don't want every single song off the album, that one's definitely gonna go. Then the second one, also a pretty slow song, but it's a little bit better. Campfire is a really slow one. Party Isn't Over is a little bit faster, but it's not. It's also pretty, still a slow song. And then Beamer just like bam, like just instantly energy, everything. And it's like it's a fantastic song, but it's not separate. I think on the instrumentals version it's separate, which makes it even worse because it's like you can get the instrumental, but the song, And yeah, I think even in a live, he mentioned that like that song shouldn't have been separate because like he forgot how like good the song was. It's like I got nothing to say. Sometimes consider us the playlist listeners, where we just add like all of our songs into one giant playlist and just listen to it over and over again. We want some of those songs. Just don't add like a minute of silence. Or another one that have Action Bronson, fun rapper, awesome. He had an album where it was like about dolphins, and it's good. It's it's not a great album, but there's some songs that I really like off of it. Except some of them have like a straight minute of really obnoxious noises that I think are dolphins, but it's hard to tell because like it's got effects on it and all that stuff. But it's like oh man, that song was awesome, and then all of a sudden you hear just like a loud in your ear for like a straight minute. It's like, why? Or like one was a pig squealing, like just a pig squealing in your ear for a minute. It's like, oh, definitely didn't want that in my ear, but I guess we're here anyways. Like what else do I got? What else can I do about it? Oh god, that frustrates me so much. Just have a normal song. Just keep it separate. have mercy. Hold on 1 second, I'm about to pop in. Yeah, that was my whining session. Just, you know, need to get that off my chest. Everybody needs a little bit of whining. Sometimes it feels good to just whine and not fix your issues. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a flat. So we're gonna turn this off, turn that off, turn this off, turn off the background. And what I like to do in this stage is actually, instead of like the normal background that I usually use, this like really cool color, I get like a bright color. That way we can tell whenever we do the flats, we can tell where the gaps are, just like this. So you can tell here, like there's gaps. It'll stand out a lot more if I have this as a background color. So please excuse the blinding magenta that you have right now. We're gonna have to fix that. So a quick way to do flats that I figured out, like a very just quick process. Where's the, there it is. And that one too. All of these off. What are you? I don't even know what this layer is. Oh, this is supposed to be the flat layer. So select, where is it? Grab the magic wand tool, just click outside of the character. Then you're gonna select, hold on. You need to be on the layer with the line art. Select, deselect, and then we try again. Click outside the character. There we go, now it worked. Then you're gonna invert the selection. So now we're only selecting inside the character. And then I'm also gonna shrink it by like 3 pixels. That way it like gets a little bit closer to inside the lines instead of being on the very edge of the lines. That can cause a lot of issues. And then I'm gonna go to this layer that I have. Drop in the color. There we go. And then we can cut out like sections where we need it. But we're gonna go ahead and select deselect. And just make sure that it's not like going past the lines anywhere on the edges. It is a little bit, like you can see, but that's not too bad. Just try to keep an eye out for like real outliers like here, because the line was never finished. Nope. I also like making sure I use like a hard brush so there's no like issues with the texture, or not issues with the deciding exactly where. I might need to go back and get that scarf done because I just realized I did not refine the scarf at all. But otherwise, I think we are good. Oh, this section, yeah, same thing, didn't get completely filled in. Oh, and the bottom didn't get filled in either. What is this? Not sure what that was about. There we go. I move away from the mic to breathe. Chocolate rain. Oh, this is hurting my eyes. Sorry. The magenta will go away in a minute. Just, you know, protect your eyes. It's really annoying for a reason. It's because like you can't ignore the gaps whenever you can see it now. So it's useful, but it's also, you know, a little bit too useful. It's like using a chemical to clean something. It's like it's unsafe. It hurts. But you know, it also does the job really well. I think that's the only gap I need to cut out. Alright, select, deselect. Oh wait, no, it's already deselected. Let's turn off this pink before I blind myself or gouge my eyes out. There we go. Alright, so I want to go ahead and close these up. Then we should be nearly done for the day. Just seal that up. Then need to go ahead and is it like, does it have like knots on it? On his scarf? Yeah, they're like knots at the start of it. Let's just do the strands, then we'll add the little knots. We'll like hand do the flats there. Actually, let me just go and do like the little balls. This is what I mean by knots, by the way. It's like a little decorative like tie to the end of the scarf. Now I can have a little bit more fun with like filling the ties everywhere. And since it's gonna be 2 strands, there's gonna be one in the back and the front. So I can have fun with that too. This one is going in the back. So it's gonna be in the back. Ooh. I'm gonna add like a little divot here so you can tell like it's like a tie. It's not just like a random bead or anything. Almost there, I promise. What the? Why? I think it's because of the size of it. I assume like the brush is supposed to be smaller for the pencil, but sometimes I make the eraser so small that I end up thinking it's the pencil. If that makes any sense. I'm also gonna have to make sure I double check the audio and make sure the music isn't too loud. I did have it a little higher at the start of the stream, but then I had to turn down the music because it was starting to distract me. Because usually I think the default, like the audio is at like the music for total, the master volume for my desktop is like 80%. That way I have room to like turn it up if I need to. And yeah, it was definitely distracting me. I tried turning it to 100 just to make sure like you could hear the music. But then like after like 5 minutes, I was like, no, that's too much. That's definitely too much for me to have to talk over that and try to think. As much as I like the music, it was a little too tough. Oh crap. Oh, thank goodness. I forgot to check the recording because sometimes my recording has like a lot of issues. But it looks like we're good right now. Oh, also another reason why I don't like HitFilm, it's very bad on the processor. Like I literally, every time I would have an editing session, it would take an hour for it to get the app to start. Like if you open a new project, you would have to just wait there on a frozen screen for like an hour before you could actually start editing. And it got a little better, but it was always like a long period of time. Maybe instead of like an hour, it'd be like 30 minutes. And like it was already like really like getting on my nerves. And then like, you know, like this issue came up. It wasn't the first time either. Like it wasn't the first time I had like the issue where like I made an edit and then all of a sudden it told me that I was using a premium feature. Like that's happened before, and I just deleted the entire thing. I was just like, okay, we're starting from scratch then, because now I'm upset, and you know, like I don't know what I added, so like we're just gonna have to start from scratch. And this is the second time, and this time because there was just so many cuts, there was just so many like bits that I edited already, and I was just like, no, I can't. This is, you know, this is insane. Let me get the full brush. There we go. Little gaps in between all these threads. Whoa, too big. This was a moment where I was like, do I want to do all the detail of the scarf? And I was like, you know what? Let's not just chicken out. Let's just get it done. There we go. You know, like just picking and choosing your battles. Sometimes you gotta just say like, oh, that's too much detail. Like that's gonna take hours for me to finish. But sometimes you don't need to just accept defeat. Sometimes you can push a little harder on it. I definitely need to spend some time after this stream organizing all these layers, because I definitely have way too many. My mom is so cool. She lets me have Fortnite and play, and then play until 4 in the morning, and then eat all the chips. She's so cool. I don't remember the meme, but it's like I remember like a TikTok audio of just like a kid who was just like yelling about how like his mom is the coolest because she lets him play Fortnite all day and have like all the candy and chips that he wants. I really don't know how I would be as far as like, because one of my biggest fears as far as like rearing a child is like making sure that they don't end up being spoiled. And I think I definitely am to a degree, so like I don't have room to talk, but like I want to know how to preserve like a little bit of that, like, you know, not expecting too much, you know, like knowing that sometimes you're not going to be able to get what you want and work towards that. Because, you know, I mean, I think everybody like has seen, you know, kids who grow up in a wealthy household, they almost always like have like a really, really bad habit of just like, you know, oh, I don't care, you know, like I can just buy another one, you know, oh, I don't care, my parents will just give me another one. And that really worries me. And especially when it comes to like trying to like strike out for themselves whenever it comes to like work and life. I mean, granted, you know, like you want your kids to not have to even worry about that, you know, like you want them to just have a good job that you know that doesn't break their back or anything like that. But you know, like reality is, you know, either you have like a connection that makes it so it's super easy for you to get a job, and then you end up like not appreciating it, or you have to like really grind to get a decent paying job somewhere, or you get lucky. That's always a possibility. Some people just get lucky, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm wondering like what is the like best like balance of like making sure they don't get too spoiled. And I'm thinking like, you know, just small stuff like not always getting them what they ask for whenever they ask for it. And it's hard because like part of that is also just like being cheap, and it's like trying to find that right balance of like how do I not get them whatever they want, but also not make them feel like I'm doing it just out of meanness? And I think it just has to do with like educating them and telling them why they can't have everything they want. But that's hard. Or just giving them a tablet, or just giving them a phone, like immediately the moment they ask for one. Just stuff like that. Like trying to like preserve like some kind of sense of living a life without like all the little good stuff. Like all the little things. Not depriving them of it, like not just saying like you can't play Xbox, because I didn't have an Xbox when I was like your age. Because then they're gonna resent you for that. Like if they understand what's going on, where it's like they know it's you that is in control, then they're gonna question it. Like so. And then, when they grow up, they're just going to fall into that anyways. Like, if you push people too far away when they're kids from a thing, then they're just going to run towards it the second they can. Either when you're not in the house, or, when they get older and they're the ones in control, they're just going to run to it. So I'm wondering what is that perfect balance of, like, trying to preserve that, like, sense of being able to work for yourself. Or even maybe better than I did in some situations, because like I said, I know that I'm pretty spoiled too, as like second generation immigrant, first generation, second generation, whichever one means your parents were immigrants. So like I have luxuries that like they never got to appreciate. So I want even better for the next generation. Like I want them to be able to have even more ingenuity than I ever did, without like traumatizing them, because that kind of expectation can also like really hurt your children. Thankfully, I don't have any, so I don't have to worry about it yet. That doesn't mean I don't worry about it. I just I don't have to. I think just generally, like, what I think would work is like, first of all, explaining it to them, and also having like a willingness to be fair. Like like just don't deprive it of them and then not explain yourself. Or if they give you a good reason why they should have it, like a phone. Like if they tell me like, hey, I want to be able to call you guys whenever you need to pick me up from school. Like I feel I get worried and I get embarrassed. It's like, okay, like that's fine. But maybe, letting them take a bus so they can actually like experience what that's like, being around a bunch of kids that, aren't in your class. Maybe some of them do a lot worse than you, so you never have to be in a class with them. But, like you still need to experience what it's like to be around those people, for better or for worse. Because, like I was in AIG growing up, like one of those advanced classes growing up. So like you can get in classes where you don't really experience people of like different operative capacity. I don't know what to call it. So I think like just like small things like that where I could pick up, or I hope to be able to like have the freedom to be able to pick up my kids from school every single day if I wanted to. But I also think you get something from just being around other kids. So I like the idea of them being on a school bus, because I remember liking the school bus. I had a lot of friends from school buses. That's where I first learned to curse. Or sorry, not learn to curse, but when I first like broke that part of me where I was literally like the whispery type where I'm like, oh my god, I can say the curse word. Like that's how I was growing up. Just something to consider. Definitely public schools. I've seen enough from like private schools and like that separation from people. Like I think you need to. I think it works out best for your kids whenever they go through public school and they really experience what it's like to grow up around a wide variety of people. And that's like the biggest benefit of public schools. And one of the biggest fears of not being able to have public schools is you get really closed off. Like if you send them all to like a Catholic school, you don't get that background of like experiencing other religions or other like education types. Like they're very like closed off. Or even like wealth backgrounds. Usually those schools are like, you know, because they're private schools, you don't get to experience what it's like growing up around people who are poorer and richer than you at the same time. You probably have like a little bit, but like the wide range where you really see that kind of like stark difference where it's like it's not just slightly poorer than you, it's like a lot poorer than you, or people who are a lot richer than you. It's definitely good and bad things as far as both. I think maybe only using like the private school if like your kid's in danger because they keep getting bullied. Like those are situations where you're completely well within your right to like just be like, okay, like this is, you know, like I don't want to worry about their safety. You're not necessarily safer at a private school, but or you're not 100% safe is what I mean at a private school. But you know, I can definitely understand that it's probably safer. Ooh. 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 No, my back. What time is it? Oh, it's already almost 10. I gotta keep going. I'm at least gonna finish this. I think I'm just gonna finish this scarf, and that's probably gonna be it. I think by then it's gonna be 10. And that's where we're gonna end. I'm gonna try to see if I can speed this up a little bit. I think doing them all like one by one is tripping me up. I don't know. There's just small things like that I think are really valuable. If you know you have the luxury to choose. Most people don't have the choice between private school and public school, so this might even be something I never even get to experience. It's kind of one of those things that you kind of assume when you grow up. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have like a very cool job and like a very cool car, and it's like, then you start to get in your 20s, you're like, oh, oops. Turns out that wasn't as guaranteed as I assumed it was. It's like college. I remember thinking like, oh yeah, definitely gonna have like a college experience, you know, going to universities, going to frats. I didn't really like frat parties because I think most of the movies growing up very well depicted them as just like party, dumb jock things. Or I mean, I'm sure it's not just jocks, but you know, that's like the image that you get from like a lot of like college American movies. But it's like, yeah, no, turns out that you're not guaranteed in college or university experience unless you really are okay with just living with debt in almost your entire or most of your life. And no, even with FAFSA. Although for my case, FAFSA really worked out for me, and like I never had any student debt. I also only have like a public college degree, so you know, I didn't get you know, super cool benefits from that. But at least I have an associate's, you know, it's way better than nothing. I almost didn't even go. Like I had to be like driven to the place and told to apply, and I was just like too sleepy to argue against it. I was just like, yeah, I guess there's nothing else to do. And I'm glad I did, because I did end up enjoying it. I do like school. It's just the application process that really drives me nuts. But thankfully, community colleges don't usually need like a super high tier, well-written entry essay, and you don't have to have like a super high admission fee or the fee that you put just to even apply, application fee. By the way, the idea of having an application fee, I feel like should be illegal. Like that should be almost criminal. Like that is insane. You have to pay universities to even get looked at. That's insane. That's stupid. That's just stupid. And it's like, oh, I get it. You know, lots of applications, obviously, but that's not a good enough excuse. Like that's insane. You can pay to be told no. That's stupid. And it's not even like a test where it's like you pay for the test and then you find out that you failed the test. Like that's, you know, like obviously just don't fail. You know, like be well studied. You know, there's a way to avoid that. Applications, you know, like that's their decision. They choose who is allowed or not. And the idea that you pay for them to make a decision on whether or not you're worthy is like, that's infuriating to me. I mean, I think that also applies to like buying a house or like renting an apartment. Like there's also an application fee, which is just like, I want to do bad things to bad people. I don't know who in the world felt like this was a fair deal. It was a fair thing to do. To just demand more money from people who you can just say no to. Okay. And I didn't find out about application fees until like right up until it was time to apply for college. I will say at least my school did have like a like counselor that you could go to. The issue is just like they weren't enforced at all, or like there was no system for like, hey, I want to go talk to the college counselor, like just to get that straightened out. You know, like you had to do it on your off time between classes, and you know, like that's also usually the time that you hang out with people. So you know, you have to make a choice, and you know, you're 16, 17, 18. You're not gonna make that choice. Well, some people might, you know, but other people, if their parents aren't like directly involved, they're not gonna make a good choice, and that's, you know, that sucks. You know, it would be nicer if it was like 30 minutes once every 3 months. Like, you know, like that's already like immediately a huge boost to like how many people get an opportunity to talk about something they might not have even really considered. But I did have the opportunity to consider it because I did have at least 1 or 2 opportunities where I got to talk to them, which I think was valuable. It helped. I still didn't go to any of the universities, but at least it helped give me an idea of what I was supposed to do. And I think if I had longer to talk to them, or more freedom to talk to them, I think I might have had a different outcome as far as like education. I mean, granted, I'm okay with what I got. I enjoyed taking my computer classes. I enjoyed being at community college. It was a fun time, and I think it actually did me really well as far as like. It didn't cost me anything because of my financial aid. It was actually like a good time for my wallet and good time for me being able to learn something that I could actually apply to like real life. Computers, you know, like being educated in computers is actually like really useful. Knowing what's going on in the background of all desktops and every computer you touch, and like all the programs that you're looking at is like really useful. It's nice. You feel like, you know, like a genius for like knowing how to do basic troubleshooting, even though like it's a very simple thing. It's very easy to do, but like a lot of people just don't have any idea of like where to even start or what to even look for. I don't know how I got into this idea of college. Who even talks about college? Who even goes to college? Lame. All right. Oh, that took way too much time. Oh, give me a second to stretch. We are finished with that. The flats are all done. Or sorry, they're not done, but they're at least started. So I'm gonna Let's see if I can do some basic stuff real quick. Oh, I see what the issue. Depends on my tablet, so it won't let me move my mouse. All right, so we're gonna put this in its own group already. Bam. And then we're just gonna lock everything to this layer. Because now we have the outline done, we can actually get started on everything else. Let's go ahead and pull up the background too, because now we have a complete flat. We can appropriately put everything where it needs to be. I'm also gonna go ahead and slap down black. Make it a saturation layer. So now everything's in black and white. And I can more appropriately separate things into like the right colors. So we're gonna start with, I'm gonna do the skin. Skin should be pretty dark, but obviously brighter than almost everything else on the piece, because he has like bright white, almost like porcelain skin. Again, another one of those things that would be like, it would catch your eye where it's like something's off. Like he has white skin, but like way too white, like anemic skin. So I'm thinking maybe like gray 55%. Sorry, pass-through layer. Nope, wrong one. Pass-through. There we go. Make the brush really big. There we go. Hold on. I'm gonna make this like a blank white. Nope. Nope. Oh my goodness, please just do it correctly. Thank you. Make this pure white. We're probably gonna make the skin brighter, but just to get started. I'm just gonna like slap on this for the coat. Not even gonna think about it. Oh, should probably make it a different layer. I'm just gonna slap on the colors quickly just to see where we're gonna go. Then we can like tweak them as we go along. When I realize like this color isn't dark enough for it to stand out. Hair is gonna be dark, so we're gonna go like almost black. But yeah, just the things that are on my mind. Concerns about what it's gonna be like trying to raise a kid in, you know, I was gonna say future, but honestly present is even probably like insane to think about. Like, not to get depressing, but like climate change and all that. I don't think it's so depressing that like I can't imagine having a kid at all. It might be like a selfish aspect of me, but you know, it's just always something I wanted to do eventually in my life when I'm ready. But like, it definitely does like weigh on like the back of your head whenever like it ever like even like bubbles to the surface like immediately. It's like, oh, it'd be nice to have like a kid one day, and then like immediately there's something in the like the back of your head just telling you like, but is that good for them? You know, like that's a concern, and you know, it's good that I have that. Otherwise, you know, like it's not good if you don't think about it at all. It's just like, I don't care if they have a good life. I don't care if they have a good future. Like that's not a good sign. You should probably not have kids. If you're not even like concerned about what kind of life they're gonna have, then you know, maybe don't have kids. All right, eyes are also gonna be pretty dark, so I'm just gonna go like one level higher. Might even go same color for the pupils. I'm gonna do like a little tweak. That's a little too much. All right, tie is gonna be dark too, so I'm gonna go like 20% on that. Gonna erase it and the nails so the nails go over it, because that's going to be on also included in the skin. Under the tie and the suit, I'm going to do like a really bright color for this undershirt. Not too bright, not too bright. Let's go like 60. A little bit brighter, 70. 70 is the one. Then we can have like a slightly darker than the skin, like 45% for the sweater. Because it's just gonna be like a green. Actually, I'm thinking maybe the suit gets that color, and then we can go for like a slightly darker one for the sweater. And the pants too. Just go ahead and add that too. Oh, these should all be, yeah, locked to the layer. And sweater, I'm gonna put under it. Oh, sorry, that's over. Maybe like a 30%? Oh, that's perfect. 30, let's try 35 just to see. Yeah, I think that's good. Just like slightly darker than the jacket on top of it. Because it's a pretty bright green. But whenever it gets translated to black white, it's gonna be a little dark. Might even be like a 40, but I think we already have like plenty of 40. We'll tweak it as we go along. And then the jacket is like a cream color, right? God dang, where's the layer? There it is. Yeah, the jacket's like a cream layer, and then the shoulder pads are like dark, so we can go like a 30% for the shoulders. Where's the jacket? Just one layer directly on top of the jacket. I think this is the jacket, yeah. There we go, this one right here. Never mind. One layer over. Yeah, there we go. Oh, is that the skin? What is so much brighter? This is yeah, that's the skin. All right, this is a sweater. Yeah, this is the coat. I mean, get that right here, right up in here, right up in there. Get that a little closer to everything that it needs to be. Okay. Then we can trim it out of the hands. Off the hands, not out. What is that color? Oh, I see. Here we go. And I think the scarf is the only one that needs a little bit of coloring. What is it, 10:05? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So what is the scarf? The scarf is definitely darker, I know that for a fact. So it's darker than the shoulder pads, with a little bit of lightness on the second, and with halfway through. So we're gonna go above the shoulder pads. I'm gonna absorb the color just to see where we're at. We're at 30%, so we're gonna go at like 20% for the scarf. Might even go darker. No, we can leave it here. I'm just gonna color it all the same color for now. We can decide like later on how to like actually detail everything out, because it's a pretty nice looking scarf. Like it's got like a lot of details on it. The scarves that I've seen usually tend to be like really like ornate and nice looking. They're like a nice little, they're almost like a necklace where they like got like a lot of decoration. Or they can be like super simple too, but usually they got like a lot. Especially for like this style that I'm going for, like an old person almost style. Like it'd be like an heirloom. All right, I think that's pretty good. I think the only other thing is I want to make the skin a little brighter, I mean. So this is his dress shirts. What color is this? 20%, we're gonna go like 80, oh sorry, not 70%. Then I'm gonna just try to only grab his skin color though, because the other person will be like a more normal human color. Or what I might do is actually switch the dress shirt. Where's the dress shirt? Oh, hold on. Let me do half. Then grab this color and do this for the skin. There we go. And then make the other guy just have like a darker color. What just happened? What did I just do? We're gonna ignore that, because I have no idea what I just did. We're at like 80%? No. So 70%. So let's try like 60% for the other guy's hand. Is that gonna match? Yeah, that's gonna match too much. Let's go darker then. Let's go like a 50, just a flat 50. How is that also the same color? Because now we're getting like strangely dark. What color? Oh, no, it's. Oh yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, yeah, that's plenty. That's different enough. We're good. There we go. Now all the key pieces are separated except for maybe the buttons. We can probably get the scarf a little bit more separated because it's actually like 3 different colors going on in the scarf. I also kind of want to just make all of it darker. So I want to just like, oh, of course, that's what I'm missing. We need like a gradient. Just go ahead and slap that in. Make it a multiply. Oops. Just try to make everything just darker so it's not too bright. think maybe like right there. It's a sweet spot. Oh, yeah, let's do this one first, where I decide like how dark everything's gonna be. Just right there, I think. Maybe a little bit there. Just like right there. Then we have the gradient. Let me go back to the skin, because I don't know why there's like 3 different colors on his hand. What? Oh, that's right. That's right. Fill that in there. Hang on a second. Is that the skin tone? Oh, whoops. That's not even the skin tone. This is supposed to be the skin tone. So the paler part was actually the one that didn't match. There we go. Bip. So I think the only thing I'm gonna do is just take off this saturation filter. And then I wonder if I can just like add the eyes back in. Where are the eyes? There we go. So I think that's where we're gonna leave it for the thumbnail. All right. So, stretch. Today we got done with pretty much all the line art. I think maybe just some cleaning up to do, some of the smaller details that we got to figure out later. I need to figure out how to. Sorry, one second. Okay, yeah, his sleeves are pretty much clean. So the only thing I need to do is just detail out the scarf later. And yeah, we're already pretty much there for the flats. The flats need to be cleaned up, obviously. There was just kind of like everything cut together so you can get like a idea of what shades are going to be, where the shades are going to go. Let me also make the line art a multiply too. There we go. And also fade it out like an 80%. There we go. But yeah, fixed up the face, so now it's exactly where I want it to be. Jaw sharp, everything good. Yeah. Fixed up the hair. Got the hand finally detailed out. The last minute details for the scarf. Now I just need to go back and detail out the flats to make sure everything's separated a little bit more appropriately. Like obviously it's very splotchy on the coat. These sections are touching where they're not supposed to, and they're not like following inside the line. So we'll get that cleaned up later. Just to get an idea for the values. That way we can tell like how dark everything is supposed to be. And from there we can start to shade everything out as we need to. Like as far as like according to the lighting, I'm thinking we're gonna be lit from the back and maybe like a glow from the inside. Like maybe the general atmosphere is like a sickly green or blue glow, but then like a harsh yellow light from behind him, you know, from the street lights. I think that's gonna be like a really nice look, especially with like all the shadow in his face. It's gonna make him look really like something's off. And I think that's, you know, that's the key goal for this piece. Friendly smile, handsome looking lad, everything looks kind and nice and sweet, but you know, like because of the lighting, because of the setting, because of the shadow that's, you know, like sneering behind him, you'll be able to tell something's very off about this character. You know, like you are not safe with this character. You know, the single car in the empty parking lot, you know, in the middle of nowhere, you have no idea where you are. It's all gonna look really intimidating. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. I'm really excited to see, especially when I get to the paint and get to the background. I think I'm going to be really happy. Once the colors start to come together, I'm going to be having fun. Hopefully. You know, I hope this isn't going to be a piece that's going to drive me nuts. Ooh, okay. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you for being here. We actually finally got like a longer stream, even though I was a little distracted. It happens. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do my sign off. So thank you to everybody who was here, whether or not you were here for a few minutes or whether or not you're catching the archive stream that'll go up later on the YouTube channels. So let me go and call out all the little socials that I have. My main social is Instagram. That's usually where I keep things most up to date. I post all my artwork and then also make mentions of what's going on in my life. So, you know, like if I'm going on vacation, if I ever switch to another day for streaming, if anything ever comes up and then I need to tell somebody about it, it'll be on my Instagram. So keep an eye out for that. give me a follow, give me a like, anything you can do to support me. I'd appreciate it. That was weird timing for water, bet. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it, huh? Punk? Huh? Then also check out my DeviantArt if you want to see some of my older pieces. I do stay pretty active on there, just like peeking in every now and again, try to get inspiration for art. I've been using it since like 2013, so I'm always gonna keep like an eye out on it. So yeah, check it out. You can also see some of my older artwork, some of my older even poems if you really want to see that. I don't recommend it. It's pretty terrible, but you know, if I ever have a piece that I don't think is good enough for an Instagram post, I usually end up posting it to DeviantArt. It's a lot of my dump. Like everything goes on DeviantArt eventually. Ooh, I don't know what I just did. Oops. Check out my YouTube channels. I have 2. So there's one which is the full stream archive, which is like it says, just an archive of all my streams from beginning to end, the full 2-hour, 3-hour streams. If you just want to be able to catch up, or you just want to see what I did in those streams, talked about in those streams, feel free to check those out. You know, if Tuesdays aren't a good time for you, but you still want to hang out, I really appreciate it. Then I also have my other YouTube channel, my time-lapse channel, which has all of the stream cut down into 5-minute chunks with just some nice music in the background. Those are really, really fun to edit, and they're very satisfying to watch because you get to see all the art process I have with all the like outtakes clipped out. And it makes me seem like I'm a really good artist. You know, like you don't see any of the mistakes or any of the weird fumbling that I do. Check that out. And then what I also love about those is whenever I'm finished with the piece, I do what I call a supercut. So that's the very, very first piece and all the way to the very, very last stream. All edited together and edited it down into more of like a 10 to 12 to 15 minute chunk. Those are very satisfying to watch because you really get to see like the start of the creative process, see all the little renditions that I do before I finally land on the final idea. And then you get to see the final touches where all the colors and everything really just like comes together at the last minute. I do have one up for the last vampire I did called his name was Chance. So check that out on my time-lapse channel. All of these are linked down below. And then also, if you want me to work on a commission for you, whether it's one of your characters or one of your favorite anime characters, comic book characters, I love all those things. Or if you want me to do your RPG character, so if you want me to draw a vampire from Vampire the Masquerade, if you want me to draw a D&D character, I've drawn like hundreds of D&D characters. I really love making characters that like have those big character moments where you can really see how cool your character is, how goofy your character is, how powerful they are. So just check out the commission sheet down below. If you don't understand it, just shoot me an email, message me on Instagram. The only thing is just make it clear that you're a real person. There's a lot of bots on all these sites. So just, you know, say a thing about my art, say something that's like directly referencing something that I've done, or, you know, something directly referencing what you want done for your D&D character or comic book character. Just let me know. And then we could talk about pricing and all that kind of stuff through email. Then I also, if you don't want to go through the process of doing a full commission, I also have a donation link down below to my PayPal. So if you just want to support the channel and the work that I do here, I'd really appreciate it. Just, you know, like it makes me feel like my time is really being valued as an artist whenever somebody is willing to actually put money down on that. So check that out. Go ahead and, you know, make a donation if you like. Otherwise, if you're just here for a few minutes and you just like to watch and hang out, that also means a lot to me too. So thank you. Hope you guys have a good night. That should be everything. I'll be here next Tuesday. Let me double check my schedule, make sure I don't have anything coming up. Yep, next Tuesday I should be completely free, so expect me then. That's gonna be it. Bye 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 bye.